Good evening, everybody. Hope you're doing all right. It's time for the Abnormals video, but we've got a bit of a weird thing to talk about. What do you see right in front of you here? It's a batch of skins that have been accepted. A batch of skins that have been accepted very early. The next Rustor is effectively already been picked. It's right there in front of you. Those 9 skins have been accepted. And I can quickly show that over to here in the accepted section. So if we just quickly click this, yep. So this was last week's Rustor, and apparently this is going to be the Rustor for tomorrow. So wow. But please be aware, and please just understand this. Whilst the next skins have been accepted, they are not yet actually in the Rustor, as you can see there. So the Rustor still has to rotate for the actual change to happen. So we might know what's coming, but you can't get them until tomorrow, and that should be every Thursday. Sometimes it doesn't happen, but it should be tomorrow. And I will be expecting an early Rustor tomorrow. So I get the feeling they crank this out now so that they can do this very early tomorrow and not have to worry about the force wipe tomorrow, which of course will be introducing a lot of very interesting content, such as the attack helicopter, homing missile launcher, parachutes, and much more. But the very weird thing is, right, we have this coming out, and the wording suggests it's going to be DLC, as in you have to pay for it. How come all the skins that we see here, we only got one weapon, and better yet, it's not even from a collection? You would have thought, oh yeah, surely they're going to accept a lot of weapon skins to promote the idea of using gun racks. Nope. Have a banana. Bananas! Right, so kind of surprised that was accepted. That was a late pick. But these 2 skins here, well, you probably are familiar with them because these 2 were early picks. And with the appearance of this, well, I can quickly show you this because people have reacted to it. Here's the front page of the Steam market, the Rust Steam market, and as you can see, we've had a buyout, an absolute buyout of the high-quality metal tier 3. A reaction has already happened. People did this within minutes. They saw it, they jumped in, bought out all the stock. Now, what's going on? Why has everybody jumped in and bought out all the tier 3 armor when we've just only seen a pair of gloves? Well, basically, over this past weekend, Diaz only made the pair of gloves. But people are now, fully behind. They are fully anticipating the arrival of more content, aka more high-quality metal core pieces. Hoodie and pants or tier 2. So, either one, they are now fully behind the possibility of it happening, and that's why loads of people have gone ahead and bought out all the stock. Because by default, regardless, if we do see that being accepted in the future, being made and accepted, then yes, this will still go up in price more. Increase in demand, increase in price, it's all expected to happen. Very nice. Cool. So, that was just a goofy little thing to talk about, but Abnormals is not talking about the Rustor specifically. It's more about talking about the skins that we've already had in the Rustor. These skins right here, because 5 of these skins are abnormal. That being the Ghillie Suit Jacket, the Chameleon AR, the Pack Furnace, the Redemption SMG, and the Fry Sleeping Bag. These skins will be appearing at a set time in just under 2 hours' time. At the moment, they appear at 1 o'clock in the morning every Thursday morning for me. For you, just compare your times to UK time, you get the idea. Clocks will be changing next month, and soon they will be appearing 1 hour earlier, so I do look forward to that. But anyway, we do need to go ahead and try and figure out prices for these abnormal skins, because the faster we do the build, the better chances that we have in potentially buying them at a cheap price. And then, when we're done talking about the abnormal skins, we'll then talk about the other skins, the regular skins. These 3 skins are not abnormal, but they will be appearing tomorrow when the Rustor rotates. And if we are anticipating a very early Rustor tomorrow, yeah, you definitely want to have a plan in place for when these become marketable. They haven't really sold that much, but we'll talk more about that in a bit. So for now, let's start talking about the abnormals and what prices we might want to offer for each and every one of them. Ghillie Suit Jacket. So here's one thing that I wanted to show off to all of you. It's the Berserker cloak. Right, it says it's $2.81 there, but if I actually show you what it looks like right now on the Steam market, it's gone down even lower, I believe. Or it did earlier, yeah. So earlier, this went down to about $2.30. It got bad. Very bad. Now, I don't know what suddenly happened, but do you remember when I removed my buy order and put it down lower and I said, I don't think that's going to happen? It happened. It went even lower. And I actually bought a few of these earlier today. So I had to remove my buy order again and go down a little bit lower again. Because I am a little bit cautious about this. It was quiet for a very long time. It was comfortably sitting at about $3. And then suddenly, it went all the way close to about $2. Now, it seems to have kind of gone back up a fair bit. Fair enough. But that 30 quantity there isn't looking very nice. But anyway, why are we talking such a fuss about this? Well, that only came out a good 2 weeks ago. And it's already having a very weird, behaviour on the Steam market. Do you honestly think this ghillie suit jacket is going to be doing any better? Let's talk about the potential positives. Number one, SMM can only track about 34,000 sales. Okay, so that's less than the Berserker Cloak jacket. As in, it looks to be about 10,000 less. So that potentially could work out very well for a jacket skin that sells for the exact same price as did what the Berserker jacket did, which was also $3.49. But we also have a little bit more, because Cubist and Mothcat did make a continuation over the past weekend. We have ghillie hoodie and ghillie pants on the workshop. The question is now, will this potentially have a positive impact? But the problem is the ghillie suit jacket is still in the Rust store. So we can only really see a difference in maybe more people probably bought it, which at the moment wouldn't really help it out. All we can really hope for now is to see if this is accepted. And yes, that jacket right there 100% will be going up in price if we do see this or this being accepted. I mean, well, both. Of course they're going to be both accepted. Sorry, you get what I mean. The hoodie and the pants, if they are accepted, the jacket will be going up very nicely. You will still see the spike in demand, spike in price. But I've also been listening into people's feedback, and it's a little bit awkward because quite a lot of people are saying this jacket just appears to be a little bit too dark in game, as in it doesn't seem to work as intended, or rather, it didn't really match up to what they were hoping for. Take that what you will. But I am cautious. I know there is some positivity potentially ahead of us, but there are problems ahead of us as well. After looking at how the Berserker Cloak jacket's behaved, I do worry that it's not going to be retaining its value. And then you also cannot guarantee that we're definitely going to see a continuation happening. Like, look at Abyss. Abyss Tier 3 sold ever so nicely. Over 30,000 sales each for both the chest plate and the face mask. We saw the Tier 2 being submitted. We thought, oh wow, everything's going to work out very nicely for that. Surely we're going to see that being accepted. Nope, banana. So, just because things look nice, just because it looks like it's selling very nicely, just because you think it would sell very nicely, doesn't necessarily mean it's definitely going to happen. There's no point applying logic to this anymore. Okay, so, I am cautious. I am a fair bit worried. I don't think I want to go in. Personally, I don't think I want to go all in. So basically, what I'm going to suggest is I'm probably going to do between $1.80 to like $2.30. Because I kind of want to play it safe. I had a lot of Abyss face masks and chest plates being dumped onto me. That sucked. I've also had a massive chunk of black gold crossbows being dumped onto me as well. In fact, if I were to take a look at this, black gold, I believe I spelt it wrong. There we go. Black gold. Yep, they are. All of them. See that? Yep, I bought all the amount that I requested. I've got like 50, 60 there. Now, I did buy them at a price that's a little bit lower than what they're currently selling for on the Steam market, and I do feel like these are definitely going to do a fair bit better, as time goes on, long term, so I'm still alright with that. What I'm saying is, I wouldn't mind buying these at a cheaper price. I do feel like there is definitely, of course, as we mentioned with the likes of the hoodie pants, there is definitely a potential where it could go back up in price, it could rebound, but all skins at the moment aren't doing very good. And if you just take a look at the likes of the player count at the moment, not too surprising. Those kids have gone back to school. Oh no. The average player count dwindling. Oh no. But this is routine. This happens every single year. So you shouldn't be surprised. But the main point is, basically all Rust skins are now starting to suffer. And oh, look at that. People have started to dump the Abyss Tier 3. I'm not surprised. And it looks like everybody wants the banana AK-47 now. I'm not surprised. All right, anyway, so $1.80 to $2.30. I want to play it safe. If you want to be a little bit more aggressive, offer a fair bit more. But I can't imagine this is going to retain its value unless we do see the hoodie and pants being accepted. So if you feel confident that we will see the hoodie and pants being accepted, by all means, attack it. Try your best. But I don't really want to risk it. I don't want to end up spending a ton of money on rust skins that have instantly lost their value. It is awkward, but yeah. Do kids buy rust skins though? Of course they do. They get pocket money. Mum, I need this. I'm desperate. I need to have some shiny pixels in front of me all the time. Give me the credit card now. Right, anyway, so that's my price suggestion for that. You could offer more. We shall see, but it's up to you if you want to be more aggressive. Right then, so Chameleon AK-47. We have also seen a continuation of the Chameleon collection being submitted. Mr. Emilio Frito has gone ahead and submitted the Chameleon MP5. It looks just as shiny and ever so nice compared to the other skins that we've already had accepted. I wouldn't be surprised if this also gets accepted, and along the line, down the line, we're going to see the likes of the LR300 getting a version 2, and I wouldn't be surprised if that gets accepted. I do get the feeling we're going to see quite a lot of weapon collection skins getting accepted over the course of the rest of this month. Why? Because we're getting gun racks accepted. Now, like I said, I really did think we're going to get a whole bunch of weapons accepted for tomorrow. Didn't happen, but maybe from here and now, we're going to see a lot more positivity towards weapon collections. I wouldn't be surprised if we do see a lot more of the Chameleon collection getting accepted. So therefore, we should expect a continuous flow of more and more Chameleon skins being accepted. But even then, you can still see this is still struggling. All rust skins are struggling a fair bit at the moment. We're going through the worst times. But when we hit around post-Christmas time, I would be surprised if all of these skins end up in the positive. Basically, the best thing that I can compare this collection to is the Redemption Collection. The Redemption Collection skins aren't exactly doing super great at the moment, but they're not doing absolutely terrible either. They are still retaining most of their value, and when times are ever so good, again, around post-Christmas time, at the end of December, January time, all of that very likely will be in the positive. It's more about long-term thinking now. So, yeah. With the likes of this AK-47, I get the feeling it's going to probably match up somewhat close to the likes of the Redemption AK-47. And right now, that's down by 10%. Could it slip a little bit more? Wouldn't be surprised. We keep getting AK-47s being accepted. But it's not like most of the AK-47s this year have done super great, as you can see here. All the recent ones that came out in 2023, oh dear, oh god, oh no. Even the likes, we already mentioned that, didn't we? So, with this, I don't imagine it's going to dramatically go down in price, but I could imagine some people being fairly impatient and thinking, this isn't going to be profitable, I give up. That could happen, and, well, I've picked up quite a lot of skins fairly recently because of that. With that, I've had to spend a lot of money, which isn't good because I want to make sure I have enough money to be able to constantly do buy orders as this goes on. It's very, very, very awkward. Anyway, moving on. I reckon I'm going to do between $1.70 to about $2.30 because I do get the feeling this is going to probably go down a little bit, but I don't think it's always going to struggle. I feel like this will be having a pretty good future, more specifically the end of December going into January time, post-Christmas time. I really do feel like it's going to work out very nicely for it, but that's not for another good few months away. We have to survive this, and that means we have to try and play it clever with the likes of what prices we offer, and that means not going super close to the price that it sells for. But I do still anticipate this retaining most of its value. So, yeah, that is the main point. Let's now move on. So, Ideal did not submit a pug skin this week, which is kind of strange. I thought he was going to immediately jump onto that. Nope, he's tried to make another attempt at a storage collection. Okay, that was awkward. So, I'm immediately worried about this then. Because I honestly thought, oh yeah, surely we're going to see some more pug skins being made. But no, didn't happen immediately. Will we still potentially see some happening? I do still anticipate that. But here's the problem. Furnace skins. Let's just go take a look at all of them. how are the furnace skins holding up at the moment? And the answer is, dear God, not very good, unfortunately. Not very good. Abyss is doing quite all right. Capybara's doing quite all right. Him, what's he going to be like? In terms of all of the furnaces that I've seen, that pug furnace is probably one of the goofiest ones I've ever seen. But I should also point out, the amount of sales it's had, it isn't that much. 12,000? I mean, Fireflies had more than that. It barely did more than UAP Pilot Furnace. Overall, it's one of the lowest selling furnace skins out of all of this year. But in the long term, I do expect more pug skins being made. I do expect around post-Christmas time, loads of people who return to play the game see that and think, wow, that looks goofy. I want him in my base. But I don't think he'll be retaining that $3 price, especially in the short term. I think I'm going to do $1.50 to $2. I fully anticipate the price of this going down. Also, you should consider Halloween's just around the corner, and Halloween tends to get a lot of very cool, creepy-looking furnaces being made. Its thunder, its attention will be taken away once we roll into Halloween. And those Halloween rush doors will be happening in about 5 weeks' time. So, yeah. This very likely is going to end up exactly like all of these. And with that, I'm going to play it safe. You know what? I might even consider sitting here and saying, you know what? Maybe $1.20 to $1.80. Yeah. But if we do see more pug stuff being made, all the better to it. But I don't really see it retaining that $3 price. But the fact that it didn't sell that much is better for it in the long term as an investment. So we'll just have to wait and see. All right. Redemption in custom SMG. Right, what's the lowest selling Redemption weapon skin so far? That would probably be the Redemption M249. Even then, it's still above $2. This is a $3 skin. Right, so, I'm going to sit here and say, I think, based on, custom SMGs not exactly being the most desirable weapon at the moment, which is a fair bit awkward, but you can see it here. People don't seem to really care about using this as a skin. It's more about the weapon itself rather than the skins. But the Blackout SMG held up quite nicely because it's part of the Blackout collection. People love that. I am thinking that this will be retaining its value, but it will be slipping a fair bit. I fully see this, as time goes on, behaving exactly like the Blackout custom SMG. Or it's ever so slightly above its rush door price. That would mean we want to try and grab this at a somewhat cheaper price. I don't expect this to retain its $3 price for the short term. I do expect it to do quite all right at the end of this year. But again, this is probably going to be like the Chameleon AR, $1.80 to $2.30. $1.80 would probably be, of course it would be a whole lot safer. But yeah, it's awkward. It didn't sell that much. I'm not surprised. The weapon itself is the problem. But also, again, if it doesn't sell that much, it could easily rebound and go up in price ever so nicely, a whole lot easier. So, question that. You could probably pick up a lot of these at a cheaper price compared to $3. And as time goes on, maybe it rebounds and goes up in price ever so nicely as well. Do you know what? Why not just take a look and see how the Blackout custom SMG behaved last year? Because that came out in like November last year. So, let's go do a little bit of looking in the past. Oh, look, I did a lower price buy order. I did pick up a few, but not that many. But here you go. So this went up. Oh, God. Yeah, there you go. That's a perfect visual. Down instantly. Picks up towards the end. Starts to pick up around December. Picks up ever so nicely towards the end of December. Kind of casually sits here at around $3 plus. But it peaks here on December 26th. At about $4. Now, over the course of this year, it did go dip back down again, but then it perked up back again around here at $4 at the beginning of June. So maybe, our outlook is that it emulates that Blackout SMG. When times are good, this might boost up to maybe around $4, and when times are bad, it probably goes down to about $3.50. But anyway, yeah, I do expect this to do quite all right in the long term. I do think people like and desire the Redemption Collection, and with the likes of the gun racks on the horizon, I do get the feeling Redemption Collection is definitely going to be one of those collections that is highly desirable to be bought as a set. And with that, having the least amount of sales overall, all the better to it for rising up in price in the long term. So keep an eye on that one. It might not be the most desirable weapon, but goofy things could happen with those low sales. It's the lowest selling redemption skin so far. Let's wait and see. So, yeah, I'm going to play it safer with my buy orders of $1.80 to $2.30. Fry sleeping bag. How's that burrito bag looking at the moment? And the answer is nope. It's down 10%. Now, it was a little bit lower yesterday, but what I've also noticed is there's hardly any quantity on the Steam market. What is up with this? Why is it so low in quantity? I have absolutely no idea. And you might sit there and say, oh, but everybody that bought this last week doesn't have the ability to sell it. You are correct. But there's only one more day's worth of people left. 6 days worth of people are able to sell this right now. And it's only at 27. That's incredibly low. But the price hasn't held. So even though there's hardly any quantity, the price is still going below its rush store price. Now, again, it goes from like $3.70 to $3.45 to $3.08 to $2.25 to $2.24. The main point that I want to get across to all of you is clearly this doesn't actually have any demand. It's unfortunate, but Burrito Bag doesn't seem to have been as memey as we thought it would be. It's quite unfortunate. Maybe the fact that the fries bag that immediately coming out after it probably didn't help it out. Maybe. But we know we're not getting another sleeping bag this week. But I don't think this is going to be doing that good either. Even though it's sold for $2. So, in short, I'm probably just going to do maybe like 90 cents to $1.30 on this sleeping bag. In the long term, could it do better? Maybe. But I don't imagine it's going to be doing any good in the short term. It's awkward, but, just look at last week and, yeah, that burrito bag for a while was doing very nicely, and then suddenly it's down bad. But there's hardly any quantity, but nobody's buying it. So there's no demand. No one's buying anything, so what else is there to say? Yeah, so that's my price suggestion. Got to play it safe, guys. Got to play it safe. You don't want to have anyone dump stock on you. Otherwise, you've got problems, right? So that's all the abnormals. Doesn't sound super confident, and I'm sorry to say that, but yeah, it is what it is. All right, then. So now we have these 3 skins here. These are regular skins, not abnormal. These will only become marketable when the next rush store rotates tomorrow. Now, even though we know what the next rush store is tomorrow, we still have to wait for it to rotate. Because if you look at the rush store, as you can see, still the same rush store as it was. So when the actual rush store rotates tomorrow, then these can be, listed on the Steam market, and then you can buy order on them. Okay, so we did not get a charcoal sketch weapon accepted immediately. Not immediately the week after this one, it seems. This is an MP5. Look at all the MP5 skins that have come out this year. Look at them. Look at all of them. Look at them all. Yep, Redemption's holding up quite all right, but all the other ones... People do not like the MP5 at the moment. It's the weapons problem. And with that, it's definitely going to be a 70 cent to 90 cent buy order. Down 45, down 49, down 55, down 41, down 54. They're all close to $1. That is its destination, unfortunately. So that's why we offer 70 cents to 90 cents. I'm sorry, but it is what it is. So if you do manage to buy it between 70 to 90 cents, you could just turn it into metal and then sell the metal for a little bit of profit. Or consider making loot bags. Loot bags. Sorry. Yeah. All right. Panther bow. Unfortunately, I just don't think this is that desirable. It didn't get that many sales. But this is where we have to question the possibility that, with such a low amount of sales, could this potentially be manipulated? And with this amount of sales, yeah, I do. I really do. I wouldn't be surprised if it happens. But when? It might not happen immediately. It might not happen next month. It might not happen even this year. But I wouldn't be surprised if at some point down the line, this could potentially be one of those skins that gets manipulated, because there was only just barely under 6,000 sales. I mean, honestly, by tomorrow, we'll probably barely just reach 6,000 sales. So the point is, I don't think people want the Panther bow. By default, it's going to be another 70 cent to 90 cent buy order. Will we see more Panther skins being accepted on the horizon? I mean, they are being supplied. We just had a pump shotgun being submitted, but it's just a weapon collection, and unless you look like the Redemption collection, a new weapon's not going to really change that much, unfortunately. So yeah, 70 cents to 90 cents. But with this getting such a low amount of sales, could that potentially work out all right as a skin to hold on to and wait for a manipulation. I wouldn't recommend doing that. But, you know, if you do buy these on buy order, maybe consider holding on to them for a little bit longer and just see what happens, right? The most random of skins get manipulated. Like, for example, I'm well aware of this. I believe this came out like a year ago. Is it Pickaxe? Pickaxe, we know, with a space in between. Oh, mate, how are you so terrible at this? There you go. This recently got, like, bought out. Now, the price at the moment doesn't look super desirable, but this usually happens in waves. And it looks like a certain push just happened very recently. And in the long term, you know, over the course of the next few weeks, maybe that suddenly turns into, like, a $5 pickaxe. Does that mean it's special? No, it's been manipulated. Someone just bought out most of the stock and they're trying to make some moves. So, yeah, just want to get that across to you. And then with the Pitter Poncho, Mnemonic Man's first ever skin to be accepted. Congratulations to you, Mnemonic Man. But have we seen a continuation appear in the workshop this past weekend? Yes, we did. Yes, we did. Just a bandana. But that wasn't accepted this week, was it? Nope. So, by default, that poncho's not looking very good at the moment, is it? Hardly any sales as well. Guys, honestly, looking at that, I'm thinking 50-cent buy order. However, with the sheer lack of sales, it could be picked as an option for a manipulation. It could. And if we do see that bandana randomly being accepted next week, well, I mean, all the better for this. With hardly any stock being bought, it's a whole lot easier for it to rise up in price. And the best thing that I can compare this to was when we saw the likes of the pizza stuff being accepted at the very end of last year. When the likes of the pizza poncho and the bandana came out, nobody really cared for them. But then we got like the boonie hat and the boots being accepted. Do you remember that? At the very beginning of like January? Or was it like the end of January? Anyway, we'll just see the spike in demand. There you go. Do you remember that? Do you remember that happening? Oh, yeah, you do. Yeah. So that poncho right here that nobody cared for, where at one point it was selling at like $1.40. Yeah, that shot all the way up to about like $6 a piece. Yep. Now, right now, that's just selling just under $2. So it didn't retain that value. But what we care about is that spike in demand, spike in price. Could it happen to the likes of this? Yes, it could. But would it last forever? Probably not. Is that something we have to take into consideration? Yes. So you probably, if you do want to buy some, I just wouldn't buy a lot of them. I wouldn't buy a lot of them. So, yeah. Okay, cool. That's it. That's done. We're done. Right then, so we talked about all the skins. We obviously dedicated the first bit of this video talking about what happened with this. But, yeah, what we're going to do now is we're going to go skip ahead to the actual buy orders, the abnormal buy orders. And, yeah, best of luck to all of you. And let's skip ahead now then. Right, there we go. All right, dead on 1 o'clock. I will be focusing the Chameleon AR first. Yes, I will. When it appears, at your own pace. Yeah, it looks like we're going to have another fun, awkward time waiting for skins. Redemption SMG, no, ghillie suit. There you go, that's appeared instantly. And, right. Aha. 1,000. Whoa. Hold on there. Chill out. Alright. Trying to make me buy it for £1,000. Oh, damn. No one's going high on this one. Okay. Oh, yeah, because that's what we suggested. Well, it is what it is. It is what it is. Here we are. Redemption Custom SMG. Yep. And Pug Furnace. Good day to you, sir. Right. Right, that was all the buy orders. So what we'll do is we'll skip ahead and we'll look at all the buy order support afterwards. Right, gentlemen, we're back. So we're just over 15 minutes in. Let's just give this a real quick refresh. And yes, it's going to notice some of the new prices. Now, one thing that I should be informing you of is, you know that we've got the updates tomorrow. Now is a very good time to start keeping an eye on the commits page, because this is where all the newest content, all the newest information about new content will be seen, and we've got some hidden content here. I don't know what that is. A kayak market. Yeah. Yeah. There's new content that will be slowly revealed on the Face Punch commits page. So make sure that you get a good look at that. And if we quickly look over to here, yep, we've got prices here, prices here, prices here. No price there, apparently, and no price there. I don't know why. But anyway, let's look at the abnormal buy order support. So I did the Chameleon AK-47 buy order first. It's got over 4,000 requests to buy. And as you can see, the makeup of most of it is what appears to be a botted buy order right there at just over $1. And well, as you can see, we've got a big fat stack here, another botted buy order right here at $5.50, and then slightly above there kind of builds up to about $1.70 and up to $2. So yeah, I'll be honest with you, I don't fully know if that's definitely going to hold. I do feel like the likes of this Chameleon AK will be doing very nicely post Christmas time, but it could be a little bit awkward at some point. I am sticking with the point of I do expect it to go below its rush store price at some point over the course of the next 2 months. But from there on, I believe it would have hit rock bottom at some point in October, much like most Rust skins. But it could only slowly, gradually go up in price from then on. And of course, around January 2024, that's probably doing a whole lot better. And it's probably got a whole lot more Chameleon skins to pair up with it. Yes. So MP5 on the horizon. We're very likely going to see the LR300 version 2 being submitted the next weekend as well. So keep an eye out for all of that. Very nice. It looks like it's going to be okay, but you could probably just do a strong buy order if you want to pick these up for a cheaper price. No one's going super close, like $2.50. So if you're thinking about considering buying this, just consider doing like a $2.50 buy order. And also, let's just not forget, like, how many of them sold? I don't think we really made that much of a fuss. But it's only done 25,000 sales. Compared to the Thompson, that's like 3,000 less. So, might work out all right for it in the long term. We shall see. But anyway, we've talked more enough about that. Let's now talk about the likes of the Redemption SMG. Custom SMG, to be precise. Right. So, as you can see here, it's got not as many buy orders, but still a significant chunk. 1,500 here that are very likely botted, and then you got the one around here that seems to be botted as well. So, as we can see here, we've got a very decent amount building all the way up to about $1.60, then even more so up to $1.90. Then you got a very nice, comfortable one there at $2, and even more so up to about here. However, I do still anticipate that this is likely going to go below its rush store price. This skin, as we said, is probably going to be retaining its value a whole lot more nicely based on the fact that it just didn't sell that much. This is half the amount compared to the AK. If we just quickly hop back over to here, it very likely will only do maybe 12,500 sales at most. But even then, I do still think this is going to go below its rush store price. I do still think, based on what we saw the likes of the Blackout custom SMG earlier, I think it's basically just going to emulate that. It's very likely only going to probably peak about $4. But from then on, it very likely won't be going down in price that much. So, if you could probably pick these up for about $2.50, you can make some reasonably okay profit. It's just I don't expect an insane amount. It's the weapon itself that's the problem. So, yeah, the support is there. It doesn't look like it's going to crash down and go insanely down, as of now. But, yeah, this was basically expected. I wouldn't be surprised if it goes, dips down a fair bit below $3. But again, post-Christmas time, January 2024, it very likely will be doing a lot better. I do think a lot of people will be appreciating the Redemption collection as a whole with the likes of the gun racks. And of course, keep an eye out for the horizon, because we do have another Redemption collection in the workshop now. The beloved revolver is here. Buddy, I'm looking forward to you, and I'm pretty confident we will be seeing that in the near future as well, hopefully. Anyway, moving on. This is the ghillie suit jacket. It's got over 7,000 requests to buy. And again, look at that. 5,000 buy orders, ever so slightly above $1. Surely that's perfectly legitimate and definitely not weird or silly in any sort of way. It's bots. It's bots. So yeah, bots are right there. They did a buy order slightly above $1. Yeah, what else is there to say? So, the vast majority of the buy orders, very comfortable going all the way up to about $2. Kind of like spreads out a fair bit here. Kind of ends at about $2.30-ish about here. But then we got this random person here with 68 quantity requesting them at $2.57. At the end of the day, right, this is a $3.49 skin. He's got basically no competition. He very likely will be buying these for just under $1 each. As in, basically, he's buying them for slightly less than $1. He's saving money, all right? But with like next to no support, in front of this, above this, I guess you could say, I wouldn't be surprised if this doesn't retain its value. And if we don't see the hoodie and pants being accepted, it's going to be a whole lot worse for that, 100%. So cross your fingers and see what happens for the next Rust store. Will we see ghillie suit, hoodie and pants being accepted? If we do, all the better for that ghillie suit jacket. If we don't, it's doomed. Not doomed. I think a lot of people still will be kind of appreciating it, but it definitely won't be retaining that $3.49 price, especially in the short term. So, we shall see. But just to remind you, even though it says it's got 7,000 requests to buy, the vast majority of them are right there at $1.16. So, the more you know. Where's that? Stop saying hello to YouTube. Right, Pack Furnace. This surprised me by quite a lot. This is a $3 skin. I thought a lot more people would be pushing up to about $1.30. Nope. So yeah, only about 800 requests to buy. You got a decent portion around here, up to about 80 cents. A decent portion slightly above that. And then you got a decent portion slightly above $1, and that's it. Guys, do you think this is going to retain its $3 price? No. But I do stick by my point. This did not sell that much. If you just look at this one more time, you can see this only, at the moment, appears to have only done bare minimum, just barely over 12,000 sales. Compared to a lot of the other furnaces, and we already mentioned this, out of all the furnaces that were accepted this year, this is one of the lowest selling in terms of quantity. And that's kind of ridiculous. This is very likely to have less sales compared to the diving furnace. And that is quite shocking. This is one of the goofiest looking furnaces that we've ever had. In the long term, I do think he's going to be doing quite all right. It's just the short term, nope. No. So, yeah, if you really, really, really want him, you could just probably put down a $1.50 buy order and you'd save $1.50 for every purchase that you make. Because I don't think you're going to have that many people competing with you. So, yeah, if you really, really, really want him, just put down a $1.50 buy order and pick them all up for cheap. You do not want him. Primers. That's just because you like cats. Shut up, primers. Alright, fries. The lowest in demand skin of this week. Or abnormal skin to be precise. Yep, so we got a decent chunk here. But it fizzles out after about $1.10. I'm not too surprised by that. It's a little bit awkward, but yeah. People just don't seem to like the food sleeping bags. Well, I mean, sitting in a bed of greasy fries probably wouldn't be the best type of sleeping bag, no. That would be kind of horrible. All oily and... Yeah. Anyway, point is, that don't look like it's retaining its value. However, again, the amount of sales, it very likely maybe could rebound later on down the line, potentially, long term. We shall see. I wouldn't be surprised if this has a lot less quantity in the Steam market compared to the burrito. And that only had 27, so how much more drastic could it get? Could this also potentially be something that gets targeted by manipulators? I don't know, I mean, could. Anything is usually a surprise anyway, so yeah. So that's basically all the abnormals there. Earlier, we also did talk about the likes of the regular skins and what prices we were suggesting for them. But like I said, I do expect an early Rust store tomorrow. As in, probably, maybe the same time as last week. And that was really early. Like, that really took us by surprise. But tomorrow, yeah, if we can remind you, tomorrow is expected to be pretty busy. If we just quickly go over to here. Here we are, yep. This is all the content that's coming out tomorrow. And please do not forget, we also have Twitch drops tomorrow. Twitch drops start tomorrow, yes. For a whole week, we have 5 streamer skins to chase after. Blizzard did very useful see-through mesh double sheet metal door, which also glows in the dark. You might not like penguins, but that door is special, and I think you're definitely going to want that. You've also got the likes of Gubba's AK-47, Jennifer's... paddle rug. You've also got Sebi K's Garagedor and Mr. Kroglay's Ever So Nice Baguette Double Barrel Shotgun. Yep. 2 French sticks. That's what it is. So yeah, very cool looking skins, and we also have 3 generic drops. We have the Fancy Orb Furnace, the Commercer, and the Ever So Nice and Shiny Dust Garagedor right there. You could just watch these guys and you will get these skins on the side, right? You can watch any Rust stream tomorrow and you would get these skins, but you kind of just want to get these skins and then get those on the side anyway. So yeah, cool. So think about who you're going to watch first, and don't forget, it lasts for a whole week. It ends on the, well, depending where you're in the world, essentially 15th of September-ish if you're in Europe, 14th of September if you're American. So, yeah. Right, so yeah, that's basically it. And don't forget, like I said, you really should keep an eye on the commits page now. There's some interesting content that we've apparently seen. Let's just quickly go over to here. Apparently. So, yeah, interesting stuff. Also, I've got to warn you, please, for the love of God, keep an eye on your buy orders. Keep it. Oh, Neon Gun Store. Hello. Oh, that makes up for it so much. Yeah, look at all of these hard suit chest plates. Oh, yeah, I definitely wanted all of it. Oh, and the Abyss face masks. Yeah, that was awkward. But that Neon Gun Storage is a great pickup. Thank you very much there, Frost. I appreciate that. So, yeah, please keep an eye on your buy orders. It can get very, very bad. Trust me, it could potentially get a whole lot worse. That's not me. That's someone from my server. But he just spent €200 on 121 Abyss face masks that were dumped on him because he was the highest buy order. Not good. Not good at all. Kamel, it's not next week, it's in 2 weeks' time. It's not next week, that's in 2 weeks' time. My 1000th Twitch stream will be in 2 weeks' time, and it will be a Rust or rotation stream, so, you know, it's going to be very nice. But yeah, please do not forget, this is going to be tomorrow's Rust Store, and people have basically already attacked the likes of all of the high-quality metal. We have seen some purchases for banana weapons. So we'll just quickly hop back over to here, quick refresh, and apparently legendary chest plates down the front page. Okay. But just be aware, right? I am going to be streaming tomorrow. I probably will be streaming quite early. I'll see how it goes. But I am expecting most likely that Rust or rotation is going to happen before I start my stream. Again, that's going to happen like exactly like last week. But yeah, I'll be streaming some point tomorrow in the UK, so probably like around 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock in the afternoon tomorrow, UK time. So yeah, if you can kind of figure out the time zones, then yeah, I'm sure you can figure it out. I hope to be around before the Rust or rotates, but it's not like we don't know what it is, so I'd just like to be there, do the buy orders, talk to you all of you lot, and yeah, just discuss things. If you've got questions and issues or problems, I'll be there for you. Right then. So yeah, that was it. That was the abnormal buy orders. I hope you appreciated that. I hope you like the fact that we got a very early look at what the new skins are. But it is what it is. Thank you very much for watching me. I greatly appreciate it. And have a lovely day. And I'll see you tomorrow.